Steve Ciceron is here.
Yes.
And you're one of the most prolific working actors. You call the Valley home, but you're all over the place. You do so much stuff.
I like to think that I get a lot of work, and I do. I'm what you call a real working actor. Not a celebrity, but a working actor.
But you're very, very versatile. You do such different roles.
Yeah.
And, I think sometimes, like, you were kind of leaning into horror for a little bit. And you transition right out of that, and you do comedy. And you've been doing. I know you did the Hop Along to
Oh,
Gots.
right, that was a comedy.
A bit of Sonny Velazquez's work.
Yes, that's very true. I think originally I started in theater. My heart is in theater, but rehearsal time, it takes a lot of time, and it conflicts with film. And so I started with roles basically like the old Donna Reed or Doris Day type thing, where you became brother, lawyer, doctor type of roles. And then I needed something more challenging. So I got into some more drama, crying roles and horror, which I like because I like playing a welcoming guy with a sinister agenda, because it's so far from me.
And horror's huge right now.
No, you're one of the nicest human beings.
And thank you for that. And I laugh a lot and have a good time. So for me, if I can be convincing in an evil way, that's challenging, and that means I succeeded. So I like that. And then I dabbled in comedy now, too, and found that enjoyable. So I like to do a little bit of everything.
Any preference, or you just like to work?
I think that's probably the bottom line.
Yeah.
I think my preference is actually the horror. I do. Although comedy's difficult, and I like to be challenged all the time. Comedy's difficult. Your timing has to be right, and your improv has to be right, and it has to match. And but more challenging for me is the horror.
Well, I want to go all the way back. Prior to you being a clinical psychologist and getting your graduate degree at UVA?
UVA.
Yeah.
UVA.
You guys have something in common.
We're both Cavaliers.
Yeah.
He has a graduate degree, but I do not.
Well, but you're still a Cavalier.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It still counts.
It does count.
Where were you born and raised?
So, New York City, basically, and there for quite a few years. Got married in Philadelphia, and then came out to L.A., didn't like L.A., and then moved to Palm Springs.
And did you come out to L.A. for acting?
Yeah, basically, because I was a psychologist for a little while, and then I decided that I was getting too sensitive to that, hearing a lot of the problems, and some people not wanting to help themselves and work with themselves and not taking their medications. So I felt really bad for them, and since I had a double major in college of theater and psychology, I figured maybe this psychology could help me, and it sure did.
Where did you do your undergraduate work?
Wagner College on Staten Island, New York, which is actually a theater school with a view of New York City.
It's interesting. You are not the first actor on the podcast that has majored in psychology or sociology.
Oh, darn, I thought I was different.
Well, you are. Yeah, I don't want to take that away from you. But what do you think is...
You don't have to say it like that.
What,
you are.
God, right.
Dang.
Wow. Oh, you are.
Yeah, you're one of those. Is there something about that is it the understanding human nature?
Yeah, I think it's probably different for each person depending on what they studied, but I think, the patients, the internships that I've done, it gives you an understanding of the human nature, the human condition, and then you can understand characters better, and especially then blend that with the different types of acting techniques. I think I can portray a character pretty good.
You can get pretty deep inside the character.
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
And that's my goal. Bring the richness and the fullness to a character, whether or not they are a good character or a bad character, and be able to bring it to life for everybody.
Did you come from a big family?
I did. 5 kids, yeah. I don't think that happens anymore.
Anybody else take the same path that you took?
No, complete opposite. They're all shy. I'm like so outgoing, so completely different from all of them. They can't have me around because I'll talk to anybody.
Was the family supportive of the direction that you started
Yeah, my dad
going?
liked me in the psychology, not
He
so
did.
much the acting. Yeah.
How long did you practice as a psychologist?
About 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so a while. I really tried because I do like helping people.
But did you just find at the end of the day you just
Yeah, and
felt
then you
a
go
little
home to
beat?
your wife and kids, and you hear more complaining and more,
I
this
need a
and that.
psychologist,
So,
yeah.
okay, that's enough. I'm getting it 24 hours a day. I gotta go back into theater, which I started with, and then film.
theater? When you came back to LA, was that the first thing you got involved in?
Yeah, theater again, but I had already dabbled a little bit in film in New York, and I did off-Broadway in New York, and so it was that and some film, but really hadn't hit it hard yet. And then when I got to LA, I did more theater, and then got into film really big. But my intention was to get more into film.
When was the moment that you kind of knew, I'm good at this and I can get jobs, this is what I want to do with the rest of my life?
You know, I don't think I'm ever good at it, and I don't think I ever want to be so overly confident that I'm going to get, smug about something. And that's why I continue to do acting classes. I think an actor should never stop and be still, because you can get too comfortable with yourself and then your acting is not as organic. So I don't think, like Viola Davis once said, I think they call it imposter syndrome. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So I think it's a little bit of that. I may have that. I go, oh my God, I got it. I went to a festival, I get a Best Actor award. Did they make a mistake? Do they really want me? But that keeps me on my toes anyway.
It's funny. I was telling somebody this story on when we did the movie Perfect.
Yeah.
Piece with it.
And you was so good.
Thank you again for your help on that. Just so I can, full disclosure here, Steven was the casting director. And I didn't know what was going on because this was my first time. So I did my audition. I sent it in. And Steve calls and says, hey, good job. Hang in there. And a month later, Steve's going, hey, good job. Hang in there. And I'm thinking... And he's apologizing. I'm sorry this is taking so long.
It did take
and I
too
told
long.
him, I said, this is my first time. I just assumed everything went like
That's probably why you didn't get mad at me.
I couldn't be too upset about it. But thank you for supporting me so much in that one. But one of the things that came out of Perfect, and I've completely lost my story now because I was so enthralled with Steven being my casting director.
Well, that was fantastic.
Where was I going with that?
You're over 40 now, so
Good
that
rate.
happens, right?
I'm way over 40, yeah.
He's over 40 twice.
I know what it was. It was about the early paranoia of being an actor. So the first day they're doing all the shooting and everything, and I didn't really have anything on the call sheet for the first day. I was just supposed to be there next to the actors and being something for them to look at. But they did have me say my lines, but a couple of times I'd say to the director, was that okay? Should I have done it like this? And each time he said, or she said, don't worry about it. We're filming you tomorrow morning. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's often the case.
So I get back the next morning. I'm all dressed up. I'm ready. And they never call me. And they never call me. And they never call me. And all of a sudden, we're wrapping. And I went home and I told my wife. She goes, well, what do you think? I go, maybe I got cut out of the movie. I don't know. I don't know why they didn't film me that second day, but it turned out that whatever I did on the first day, they liked it enough and they kept it. Yeah.
Well, was it better not knowing?
That's a good question.
Would you have been more nervous to say? I'm looking for the picture I have of you in the movie.
No, I can't say that it was better not knowing.
Maybe they just wanted you for your nostril hair.
Well, they got a lot of that. As a matter of fact, if there is going to be a SAG award for me, it's going to be most nostril hair.
I'm still looking for the picture. I know I have a picture of you on screen. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
We're glad to have you here so we can talk about my movie career.
Look at that.
Whoa.
That's confidence.
Those are big nostrils.
No.
I'll send you that so you can. I'll send that to you.
Very confident.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
But what I was impressed by was because you're a very jovial, kind of fun guy.
I think so.
And this character wasn't that.
He was frustrated.
He was frustrated and he was a little angry and he was kind of not really super nice. And I thought, I think the essence of acting is to be able to not be yourself.
Right.
And you did it, like on your first tryout.
In the audition, he did.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it showed in the audition.
Now, how much work do you do, like with actors who are doing auditions and that sort of thing? Do you do a lot of casting work?
I do casting a lot. Not so much being a director or producer, but my portfolio is growing that way too. But I do casting too. A little extra money. I enjoy it too because I get to watch what they're doing and sort of know what they're doing wrong. But really, I'm not supposed to tell them what they're doing wrong, but I can see it.
Well, I know what it was like for me. What was it like for you, your first time on a movie set? And I'm guessing it wasn't in a cafe at a retirement home in Palm Desert.
No, and I've done some TV too. I think, film, I don't get nervous at all for film. Theater more so because it's not all dependent on yourself. You're dependent also on the other actor. So if the other actor makes a mistake and jumps 2 pages, then it's up to you to think, well, should I take it from there, and can I remember it from there because I had gotten no clue, or how can I bring it back and then not throw off the other actor? So it's
and that's all going on in your mind while you're supposed to be talking.
It's amazing what goes on in your mind with theater. But with film, so I just wasn't nervous. I just felt really comfortable. I just wanted to keep my technique going and wanted to take more acting classes.
Did you get over the nerves early on, or do you still feel that all the time?
I feel it on film. Like I'm filming something right now that's called Murder Tango. And I can tap dance, and I can do some dance because I'm trained in singing, dance, and acting. Like, maybe, I don't know, some people call it a triple threat, but I don't think so. But
future EGOT award,
right? When I grow up, right? I had to do a tango and learn a tango and the choreography and everything. And once you hit 40, choreography becomes more difficult. The younger guys, they're there, and choreographer will show them some choreography, and they say, "Got it." And I say, "Can you show it to me one more time?" Okay, another time, and one more, please. So I was nervous about doing the dance, but it really came out good, and I'm really pleased with myself. So yeah, you still things like that I'm not real comfortable with.
When was the first time you saw your name on a movie credit?
Oh my God, I don't know if I remember the movie. I think it was a movie called Therefore I Am, and I played a psychologist. Right. I can go for those. I know, really.
Typecasting.
But I think they fell in love with the idea that I knew what all the medications were and I could pronounce them anyway.
And you might be able to bring some to set.
Right, maybe so. Some of the pretty good stuff. So that was the first time that was really exciting. So I played a psychologist, and the woman was a schizophrenic, and she was going through different things, and it actually was really able to draw on my experiences, which an actor should if they can.
And were you at the point where that was pretty cool?
Yeah,
your name up there?
My God, yeah, that never really stops in a way.
Yeah,
I'm a little vain. I do like seeing myself on the big screen. It's just really neat, Want to go out and, is that really me?
What's your favorite work so far?
Stuff that I've done. You mean theater, commercials, or anything? What I like best?
Anything.
Well, I think I've enjoyed. I have 2 seasons of Always Heroes, a dark comedy, and I have that on. It's on. What do you call Prime? Amazon Prime. And that was a really difficult role to play because I played a man who was sort of he was a child. There was a child inside him, and he was constantly had to go from different ranges of emotions, from anger to crying to sad to happy, and he had to please 3 different women: his sister, his mother, and his girlfriend, which was 20 years older than him, and. So to be able to go back and forth and do that like from 0 to 60 miles an hour, that was something for me.
Was that the most challenging role?
Yeah, that was pretty challenging, and I do like to be challenged.
So after a role like that, obviously you had to put a lot into that, to all the different emotions and everything. Is there a recovery period for you afterwards?
Depends on how much you rely on method acting.
And how much do you rely on method acting?
So probably 50%, and I do other techniques. That's a good question, because you have somebody, method acting, you really immerse yourself completely.
You kind of have to live the character,
24 hours a day.
Yeah.
And so, like, for instance, Jared Leto and Christian Bale, 2 very tough actors. The other actors who work with them, they don't like working with them because, for instance, Jared, when he did, I think it was Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and he was the Joker.
Yeah, he basically sent gifts and not so nice things to some of the fellow actors, like even poop in the mail, and they did not, like, he was pretending to be this horrible character, despicable character. So he took it to the 9s.
Yeah.
But I like to mix it that way. Like a lot of like Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, they all do like maybe 50% method acting, and then there are other acting techniques. And I also draw on my psychology experience.
What are the other acting techniques that you draw on aside from method acting?
Mainly, I go from just method acting and my organic ability to keep my psychology and bring that in research the character, and I like to bring in the human condition and everything that I've learned in psychology, and I find that works best for me.
I would think that'd be pretty important.
It works best for me.
It must really give you an incredible leg up, because so much of acting is being able to let go of your own traits and adopt these other traits. And as a in your business, you see so much of the human condition, and so much range.
Oh, yeah.
You're exposed to so much. So it gives you an opportunity to borrow. I mean, you must probably, I'm sure your patients wouldn't appreciate it, but I bet you steal from them sometimes.
Yeah, I recognize
there's been
that
a lot of situations I wouldn't want to. I mean, I wasn't in a movie like this, but I had one patient in my internship back at UVA, and it was a woman, and she came up to me and she said, "I think I have cervical cancer," and she opened up her legs. She was a skirt, and she had no underwear on. It's like a Sharon Stone type of a thing, and so I said, I wonder if I'm ever going to be able to use that.
Does it look like it to you?
Yeah, really. I said, I'm not that kind of a doctor, so you might want to, close things up here.
Everything I'm working on with you lady is from the neck up. So
10 minutes later, he was like, "No, I don't think so. We're going to stop this now."
wow.
Yeah, which gets into other things. I mean, as an actor, you get a lot of people that send you pictures, men and women, and they send you pictures that really they shouldn't be sending to you.
Is there any role that
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. No. And it was just a headshot. Is there
The only dick pic I've ever sent is a picture of Richard Nixon. That's
That's pretty good. I never heard
is
that
good.
before.
I like that
I may
one.
steal that. That's
free.
pretty good.
Is there any role that you've gone into and you've read the script and you've thought, this is going to be hard?
Or maybe that I wasn't right for it. I have 3 agents. I have one in London, I have one in LA, and I have a manager in LA. And I was given to go to an audition, and when I got there, I mean, I'm like every bit of like 5'8" to 5'9", like 155 pounds. I've been that for years. And all the guys were like 6'2" and really big. And I had thought that it was about a football game, but I thought that I was going to be playing, but it was a football player. And I'm thinking to myself, I didn't get the role. But I thought, I mean, these guys were like good looking and big, huge. And I'm saying, well, so that's something that I was not good for. But
Was that one where you had to talk to your agent and go, hey?
But I thought that you could fit in, you could do it and everything. I think that sometimes an agent will just send you on something if they think they can maybe make some money off you.
right. It's like they have an idea of what this role is going to pay.
Yeah. And I don't like
I got
wasting
a
my
guy.
time because you got to memorize lines, sometimes at the last minute. And they've been treating actors pretty poorly. It's changed a little bit now, but they treat them pretty badly. And you have to memorize the lines, and the next day produce that. And I do have a good memory, but it's tough.
And every audition, I mean, like if you're going to an audition where you don't stand a chance, you're missing an audition where you do.
Exactly. It's tough.
So, I mean, how difficult is it for you? You have a manager and 2 agents, and all of their jobs are to make money off of you. So they must be pitching a lot. I mean, you must.
Yeah, I'm busy, and I sometimes have to say you have to stop the auditions now because I want to have a personal life too, and it's tough. But yeah, I go on a lot of auditions, and I probably get like 50% of them, which is really good.
That's
really
an incredibly
good.
high
I'm really,
average.
Really lucky.
That puts you in the Hall of Fame.
The Audition Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
Sometimes I have to say I really need to go on hold for a little while because then some of the movies, if they all come through, then you got to juggle that, and the directors get mad at you because you're not available and you promised it to them, and if you signed a contract, I've been sued before. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because you couldn't do the. You're like, I'm sorry, my schedule doesn't work
exactly.
out.
Especially that's why I'm not really doing as much theater right now because you go through theater, and that's a big commitment, and then a nice film or TV show comes up.
Tell me about the TV that you've done.
So I'm not a celebrity, so I've had some small digs on Do No Harm, which was a sort
Small
of
digs. He said small digs. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
that
make
was
sure
clear.
I
Thank you for
pronounce
yes.
I wasn't sure what kind of roles he was trying out
I
for.
do lots of accents and make sure the wrong accent didn't come out there. So Do No Harm, he was a psychotic doctor. I've been on Blue Bloods. I've been on Orange is the New Black. I've been on
I'm looking at.
The Americans.
So you worked with Tom Selleck on Blue Bloods.
Yeah, but I wasn't in the scene with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I'm not in the scene with somebody special.
We're on set with
Because
him?
I was on A Star Is Born, but I didn't get to work with. I met Lady Gaga and I met, Bradley Cooper, but did not get to be in the scene with them. So that happens a lot too. Because I'm not in the big blockbusters. I'm not a celebrity, so I'll get like a small little thing. But I get the big leads in the independent films.
But you've worked with some Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
William Shatner.
Yeah, he's
Wait.
something else. I don't know.
Tell me about that.
was that-
I don't know if I can.
I'm a huge Star Trek fan. So
Yeah, but-
you got to tell me.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I could get sued for it. I mean,
Was he kind of an
nice
ass?
to me. He was nice to me. Let's put it that way.
What was the project?
Senior Moment?
The one he did out here with,
Yeah.
who was the lead?
The woman.
No, it was
wonderful actress.
Gene Smart.
Gene Smart.
Gene
Yeah.
Smart.
And it was Christopher Lloyd. I was in that movie as well.
Yes.
So we have an IMDb page credit
There
together.
you go. See that? We got a lot in common.
William has a reputation for being pretty easy
No, I don't
on
think
the
he's
set.
nice to. I don't think he's nice to work with.
He's tough. And he's hard on the director.
We're not
too.
going to get him on the
No.
podcast.
Probably not.
Could we get his hair?
He might go on the podcast.
No, he has a policy. He doesn't do podcasts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got tired of being asked a lot. I mean, the guy's 94.
Yeah.
I think he's he's kind of
entitled in a way.
I think at 94 we can all be cranky and everybody gets a pass. I mean, you're
I
not
agree.
94 and you're cranky, and we give you a pass, Mr. McMullen.
You guys are something else.
You were in Creed. What was your role there?
So I played like a security guard, bringing people in. I think I had like 2 lines or something like that. But I did get to meet Sylvester Stallone, and he's one of the nicest actors. He treats everybody equally. He takes time out to talk to extras, supporting roles, no matter how big their supporting role is. And I wouldn't be anything without you guys. Every morning he starts out that way and is so encouraging and a really nice person to work with.
Is there a different feeling on set when you've got a set with Sylvester Stallone and Michael B. Jordan as opposed to maybe one that doesn't have one of the huge big names? Is there a feeling on the set?
The only thing is, if you're in a bigger movie, the food is better.
Craft service
And
is
there's a lot
better.
better treatment that way.
Yeah.
But not really. There's more people involved. There's more cameras involved. You may not have to do your lines 3 times over because you have to do it for each different angle of the camera, and they've got different angles on you automatically.
And was Shatner the only one who said, "Don't look me in the eyes"?
Not to me.
He doesn't say that.
He doesn't?
No.
You sound a little defensive.
I'm a little defensive. Love the chat. We're going to take a quick break.